We want to begin today's show by honoring a legend. The sports world is mourning the recent passing of Pat Summerall, an American icon and an all-time great in the broadcasting world. Pat's career started at the University of Arkansas, where he earned All-American honors. He would then spend 10 years in the NFL as a place kicker for the Detroit Lions, Chicago Cardinals, and New York Giants. After retiring from the game in 1961, Summerall became a broadcaster for CBS. During his 40-year broadcasting career, he was part of 16 Super Bowl broadcasts and won many prestigious awards. Best known as the voice of the NFL, Pat retired from the booth in 2002 after Super Bowl 36. With broadcasting in his blood, he graciously served as the host of this show for 7 years.
Hello and welcome to Sports Stars of Tomorrow. I'm your host, Pat Summerall. For the next 30 minutes, we'll take you region by region to tell you about some of the greatest athletes, the most inspirational stories, and most amazing teams.
Recently at his funeral, family and friends turned out in droves to honor a man who had clearly left a legacy that will last forever.
He was a great man, and yet a modest, unassuming one. An American from the greatest generation, he was every bit its product and prototype. He respected authority, got to work early, worked hard, spoke softly, never boasted, took responsibility, and unfailingly helped others in need.
Pat's longtime broadcast partner John Madden, who called games with him for 22 years, summed things up in a way that only he could.
Condolences to the family. This is very, very tough. I got up this morning and I thought, Pat, I need you. I couldn't get my tie straight and couldn't get the top button. It was the same old stuff. That's the way it started. The criterion for greatness and being the best in what you do or ever done is, can the history of what you did be written without mentioning your name? Think of that. Think of how many histories could be written without mentioning Pat Summerall. History of college football, history of pro football, NFL on television. For 22 years we were together, and Pat many years before that. And there were voices before Pat Summerall's, and there'll be voices after. But he is the voice of the NFL. That was what he did. But if there was ever a book written about good guys, he'd be the star of that book. To me, he was John Wayne. He was the toughest, quietest guy I've ever known. And on TV, he was Walter Cronkite, because you just felt the comfort being there with him and standing next to him for 22 years. I felt that great comfort.
Fans of this show enjoyed that same comfort for 7 years, and we thank him for his contributions. Pat loved to tell the stories of young people, and we dedicate today's show in his memory.